This is Ultrahuman Ring AIR. I've been wearing it over the last 4 weeks to test it out, to see what it's like, and this is the ring itself. This is a really cool device, and I'm somebody who has been wearing an Apple Watch for, I don't know, how long has it been out? The last 10 years. I've had the Apple Watch Ultra for 2 years nearly, and I just wanted to sort of compare the two, what they're like, what the data is like that you get from this ring device, what are the applications like, and how does it compared to the Apple Watch Ultra to sort of live with on a daily basis. So that's what this video is about. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads, because we're going to be comparing it to other devices maybe in the future. So yeah, stick around for those videos coming soon. Now, first of all, the ring comes in the box, nicely packaged like so, and this is the device. If I just take it off for you, you can probably see it in the overhead camera. It's made of titanium and a tungsten carbide coating to make it really tough. Sort of carbon fibre and plastic on the inside where all those sensors are housed. Now we'll talk about the sensors and the data that you get from it in just a second, but when you order the device, you get this in the post first. This is their ring sizing kit that you basically just sort of try on the different sizes of these plastic rings to see which one's going to suit you. You go to the app, you scan the QR code, you put your size in, and they send you your ring in the post. It's a seamless buying experience, and it's really easy, and this fits me absolutely perfectly, so that's what I like about that. There's no guessing sizes or anything. You also get in the box the USB-C to USB-C cable for charging, and you get the charging little hub here, which where the ring sort of fits on here nicely. There's a little ridge inside the ring, and it fits on there, charges wirelessly in about 2 to 3 hours, and you get up to 6 days of battery life from the 24 milliamp battery that's built into the really tiny device. The device itself is, like I mentioned, very tough, very strong. It's only 2.4 grams, so you barely notice you've got it on your finger, and it's 2.4 millimeters thick as well, so very thin, very light, very nice to wear. Probably the most wearable on the market when it comes to sort of health and fitness trackers. It's a really nice device. I do like the build quality and everything. It's great. I've got some pros and cons, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, but let me just tell you some specs, the price and everything before we deep dive into comparing it to the Apple Watch Ultra. It comes in 5 colours. I've got this kind of shiny black colour. It comes in a matte black colour. You've got a new titanium colour they've just released recently, and a gold and a silver, so some nice options depending on what sort of style you want to go for. It's compatible with Android and iOS, so it doesn't matter which sort of phone you've got, the app is compatible with both of those devices. It's got a medical grade temperature sensor inside, a 6-axis motion sensor for tracking fitness and workouts and your steps on a daily basis. It's got heart rate and oxygen sensors in there, so you can track all the fitness data, which we'll touch on in just a second in the application. It's very safe and very accurate, I've found the device. So we're gonna I just want to show you some data from the Apple Watch. I've tracked a couple of cycle rides, a couple of walks, and my daily sleep and things like that, and I've found it to be nearly as accurate. I mean, it's hard to tell which one is more accurate because there's no other way of testing the Apple Watch Ultra, for instance, but the data is very similar that you get out of both. I found the workout is probably more accurate on the Apple Watch because simply this is a 10th generation device, this is a 2nd generation device, so the information you're getting out of these things is probably going to be a little bit more accurate out of the Apple Watch Ultra when it comes to workouts. But as far as health and well-being and sleep tracking, I found that the ring really did track me down to the minute for when I was going into bed, sleeping, waking up. So those sort of health tracking features, I really did notice it was very, very accurate on that side of things. So, it's really hard to sort of say the watch is terribly accurate or the ring is accurate. They're both giving me similar sort of results from distance run, steps, temperature, sleep patterns, and calories burnt, things like that. They all do those sort of things. Now, it says on the website, I've got a bit of a spiel for you, that it tracks sleep, movement, and recovery. This includes heart rate, HRV, body temperature, O2 in the blood, Sleep stages, movement patterns and recovery patterns offers real-time insights designed to guide you towards making healthier daily decisions and better overall health. And I must admit, we're going to look at the app in just a second. It really does give you an insight into what your sort of daily life is like. I don't think I get a lot of sleep, and yeah, I think that is one of the things I need to work on. On a Sunday, on a weekend, maybe I do, but during the week, I definitely do not. So let me show you the app really quickly because it's really impressive. The app is very easy to use and you get a bunch of stuff in here that you can track, and a lot of things are about your health, and the insight into your health is really impressive. Basically what it does, it takes all your data and it gives you a score at the end of the day, a movement score, a sleep index score and a recovery score. And within these different sections you get improvements and little tips and tricks and all the little data that you sort of want to track on a daily basis, all the stuff you'd expect from a really high quality health tracker. So you've got your steps, activity minutes, hours active, total calories, workout frequency, and then we go into, and then it gives you your sort of details throughout the day, the little chart to see what you're doing. And then the sleep index tells you, like I mentioned, down to the minute of sort of what time you go to bed and what time you wake up, your average heart rate, which is very important. That the particular thing that I like is it tells you how fast your heart rate drops. So basically how quickly you relax when you get into bed, and that's probably one of the most important key aspects of sort of monitoring your health and to see how sort of healthy you are with regards to recovery. And inside the sleep index, it gives you sleep efficiency, temperature, restfulness, total sleep, your timing, your HR drop, restoration time. Gives you REM sleep, light sleep, deep sleep, and sort of tracks all that throughout the night. That's really good, and you can see, especially here, how many times that you move throughout the night. So if you're rolling over a lot and tossing and turning, it will tell you that, and these markers will be sort of put on this graph for you. Your average temperature, heart rate zones. So there's a lot of data in here, and then the recovery score gives you your resting heart rate, your skin temperature, which is really interesting as well. It tells you if it's slightly elevated and maybe your heart rate's a little bit higher. Your 7-day HRV form, which is sort of the gap between your beat and your resting heart rate, and then gives you sort of a move index score. And there's loads and loads of information in here to give you an insight into what your health is probably like. My temperature is a little bit elevated at the moment. Well, it was on Sunday anyway, and yeah, my it gives you a VO2 max cardio fitness. If you start tracking workouts on this, then it will give you that as well. They have updated it recently as well, where they've added breath work, where you can go into here and you can do different breathing exercises to calm you down and good for your mental health and things like that. And then the workout was actually in beta when I started testing this, but it's actually gone to like a fully functioning feature now within the application, so it will get more accurate over time, no doubt. And there's just loads of different things in here. One thing I do like is it actually gives you a stimulant restriction window, which actually tells you throughout the day how many hours you've got to sort of increase your caffeine intake, so or exposure to light and things like that. So it gives you a phase delay, a graph, which is really good. And maybe you don't want to be drinking coffee like an hour before you go to bed. You want to stop drinking caffeine like 4 hours before you start to relax. So that's what's quite interesting, and it gives you some ideas as well of what you can and can't drink underneath or recommend. You know, it's not telling you what you can and can't do, but it's giving you a lot of insight and a lot of information here of what sort of goals you should be hitting and what sort of things you should be doing at certain points in the day. So I mean, the app, it's fascinating, it really is, and I've been really impressed with it. So let me tell you what I do like about it and the pros and cons of this compared to something like the Apple Watch, for instance. Now, the first thing I do really like about this is it's light, it's subtle, and it's not intrusive. By that I mean you don't get any of the notifications on it. It's not a big device like an Apple Watch. It's smaller, it's lighter, you sort of forget that you're wearing it, and I like that about it. It hasn't got the advanced features, like it's missing Apple Pay or Google Pay. You've got no sort of emergency features built in for when you're doing workouts and things like that, but you're not getting bombarded with other notifications phone calls, social media notifications, Ring doorbell notifications which go off on my watch constantly. It's just doing a simple job of tracking your health and giving you some slight pushes on the application every now and again on maybe what you should be doing at certain points in the day. So that's what I do like about this device. It's a dedicated health tracking and well-being device. It's not everything else that the Apple Watch is. So if you're somebody that doesn't want to have all that on your wrist and you're happy with just having your phone in your pocket when you need all those other devices and other notifications and services, and you just want something that's going to track your health and give you information at the end of the day, then the Ring is definitely a good option, and I've been super impressed with the way it works and the simplicity of it. If you do want to go Ring only and don't wear an Apple Watch, you can't take this out without your phone. It does work via Bluetooth to the phone and tracks your data like that. There's no GPS or anything built in, so you can't just go out with the Ring to do a workout, for instance. So that is one of the drawbacks. But apart from that, there's, you know, it's really down to you what you want out of your health tracking device, whether you want everything else that the watch gives you or you just want something that really does a simple job and does it really well. There's no subscription either. All the workouts and all the breath work and all the advice and everything is totally free. There's no subscription. You pay a one-off fee of about $350 for the Ring. So it's not a cheap device, but you are getting a good, high quality, medical grade health tracking device that is really well made and looks pretty sick as well. Yeah, it's a great device, really well made, non-intrusive health tracking device, which is really high quality. So that's it, the Ultrahuman Ring Air. If you do want to grab one, there'll be a link in the description down below. That's not an affiliate link, I don't think, but if it is, I'll let you know next to it, and if I've got any discount codes or anything, I will let you know. So yeah, great product. Fully recommend it. That's it for this one. Stick around for the next video coming soon. Subscribe, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.